shape what we're doing in the future. So I definitely want to thank everybody for that. Let me just go to the next one here. I think this is working. That's me. That's the world. Okay, so obviously we're putting on this show here to engage with you. I do want to talk a little bit about BlackBerry 10. Interesting, Andrew Lippman yesterday, he quoted somebody saying that something's not technology if it was invented before you were born. Well, I have a 9-month-old daughter, so I have to say that BlackBerry 10 is the only platform out there that actually is technology. So yeah, exactly. Everything we've been talking about today is going to have an important role in what we're building right now. We've obviously been recognized as a leader in technology over the years. If you look back, we were essentially the first smartphone ever to come out with the original BlackBerry. I was one of the first employees there and was able to see that. So we're continuing to grow, and we've got a whole new platform that is launching right now. This whole new paradigm for mobile computing. And then so we plan to continue to push the borders of this for both personal and professional use. Yesterday, obviously, we talked a lot about the professional and corporate side and enterprise, and today more on the consumer side. There's something someone says internally, most people who live have jobs, and most people that have jobs have a life. So there's a big blend in the two, and I think it's important to keep that in mind. So just to recap some of the things that were talked about. Linda demonstrated the QNX's ability to automatically discover and intelligently interact with other QNX devices. So that's something that's really important for us. I think that will be in the next slide here. Because if you think about it, it's all about simplicity and be able to not have to think about these things. It should automatically seamlessly flow. So when you get into your car, it should already recognize who you are. That sort of recognition and authentication, that sort of thing. We already have, with QNX, 61% of cars that are shipping with infotainment systems are running QNX. So that is tied into the BlackBerry 10 OS. Obviously, it's the same core system. So the ability to interact with those, that's sort of one of the first areas that we're looking at in terms of the mobile computing market. And then, obviously, you've got the mobile worker population is growing dramatically globally. It's going to be 1.3 billion in about 2 years. That's about 40% of the total workforce is going to be mobile. So obviously we need to give them the tools to be able to get their job done. I mean, I look at myself personally. I live in New York. I run Latin America. I'm in a plane. I'm in countries all over the world. I've got my team spread across, I think, about 7 or 8 different countries, and we're just constantly mobile. We're constantly in communication. I think that's the future of the workforce. And then in parallel, a lot of the markets are experiencing a shift towards highly capable smartphones, more empowered. We need to have network infrastructures that are going to continue to evolve and improve to be able to manage that. So the rollout of 4G networks is not only bringing high-speed mobility connectivity to cities, but also reliable broadband services to rural areas. And Alan talked about an example yesterday in England where people were just taking it upon themselves to cover these areas that the traditional telcos were not going to do because they needed to have the internet there. So it's happening. It's happening at a really rapid pace. It's forecasted that the 4G LTE connections will be 1 billion globally by the end of 2017. So huge growth there. Just 1 second. Okay, and in Latin America, so telecom is growing twice as fast as it is globally. So real rapid growth. I've been seeing this personally. We've seen the rapid migration from feature phones to smartphones, probably one of the fastest in the world. And obviously the economy is growing really well. So it's a really exciting place to be working in. And mobility is making the total cost of ownership of mobile computing far more accessible to the majority than ever before. We've had a lot of success at the entry level of our portfolio with the Curve products, getting people from feature phones over into smartphones. And that's sort of the biggest trend that we're seeing in Latin America. But if you go back to mobile computing, so how do we unleash the power of mobile computing to more and more people? So our CEO, Torsten Heinz, announced our results for the fourth quarter last year. He revealed our strategy going forward. He said that the BlackBerry 10 opens up an opportunity for us for the next 5 to 10 years, not just in smartphones, but in other things as well. Our aspiration is to expand from being a smartphone to become the leading mobile computing platform. Where BlackBerry 10, and not just BlackBerry 10 a Z10 device, but BlackBerry 10 as the core platform, is at the heart of what we're going to be accomplishing. So we're looking to leverage the early success that we're seeing with BlackBerry 10 around the world to start leveraging this into new initiatives. At our company, the way we've been handling this, we have special projects. You can just leave it where it was. We have special projects that are being developed internally. There's a group from different parts of the business. So you've got a salesperson, you've got product people, finance people, business development. We all get into these small little groups and we start working on a specific project, highly confidential project in terms of this new business opportunity that we have for the company. I've personally been involved in one of them. They have a special code name. It's all this really secret work that's being done. This is being done in all different lines of potential opportunities for us. So we're not really revealing that today, but there will be more information coming very soon. But it's very exciting. So we're looking at specifically verticals, obviously automotive that was talked about with QNX, industrial verticals, networking, healthcare, security, defense, but also on the consumer side with gaming and that type of stuff. We're also looking to leverage, as I said yesterday, our secure network infrastructure that we have globally. So we're connected into pretty much every major carrier in the world and back into many enterprises around the world. How do we leverage that network infrastructure, that security, to enable our customers to have a very seamless mobile computing experience? And then, of course, we're also looking at potential licensing opportunities with partners. So true mobile computing, in our view, will happen when intelligent things learn to adapt to our needs by connecting to one single device without having to think about it. It should just automatically occur. But before that happens, before we really think it really takes off, we have to unleash all the opportunity. There's some things that we must address before we take advantage of those opportunities. The first one being security. So you're doing more and more things with your device. You have more and more information on here, more and more personal information, your banking information. You've got information about your children, your pictures, maybe the whereabouts of your family because you've got tracking applications. You don't want that to get in the wrong person's hands. And it's becoming more and more scary when this information becomes available to other people. The other thing is you have to think about who is providing you this platform and what is their motivation. There's been a lot of free things that have been available to us on the internet, but people are tracking what you're doing. And is that something you really want to have? So you have to be careful about your personal borders in terms of what's important to you and what you're willing to give up in order to get that service. So that's a very important boundary you need to draw. The other thing is around reliability. People are becoming to rely on this. As someone said the other day, they were quoting someone else who said that they feel naked without their smartphone. I think that's definitely very real. If you don't have your device, I was going to a meeting yesterday, and I was just thinking, wow, if I didn't have my device, I would be completely stuck. I don't have the location of my meeting, wouldn't be able to contact anybody. I don't even know where I am in the middle of Miami. So if I had lost my BlackBerry, I would have been in real trouble. So you need to have that product working and reliable, and then you can count on that, because it becomes more and more dependent on these things. Also, collaboration. One thing that we're really focused on is being able to connect with other people and other things seamlessly. That's something that BlackBerry's been about from the very beginning with mobile messaging and communication. So we need to be able to make that collaboration very seamless. We need to define standards for this to be able to enable true connectivity between devices and systems and not have to reinvent it every time we do that. And then finally, relevance. So at the end of the day, the product has to be relevant to the people, to keep them going, keep them making things happen, both at the personal and the professional level, and at the enterprise and the institutional level. So I do have to put a little plug for BlackBerry Live. So our CEO, Torsten Heinz, has committed that he'll be revealing some of the guiding principles of our mobile computing strategy will be, and this is coming up May 14th to 16th, right here in Florida. It's going to be in Orlando. Pardon me? Okay. Yeah, it's a great show. We've been doing this. It used to be called the WES, the Wireless Enterprise Symposium, which is my name. I used to take credit for that for quite some time. It's now called BlackBerry Live. It's a really great way to share information. We have carriers from around the world. We've got top enterprise customers. We have hundreds of developers. We have the media. We have the analyst community. Everybody coming together. And at the show, we'll be talking more about that. So really excited about that. And finally, I hope this has been useful for you. It's been very useful for us and very engaging. I think the speaker's been very fantastic, very impressive. I'm really excited about Latin America and the opportunity for mobility and for technology and the adoption and it's really exciting to see. I mean, I've worked across Latin America. If you look at Colombia, they've got the Vive Digital initiative. Speaking with Diego Molano, the minister there, their belief is that the more people that have access to internet, the more likelihood that you'll be able to pull people out of poverty because they're going to have access to information and education, and it will build upon itself. And they've had tremendous success with that. They've won some awards globally. And we're very much supporters of that initiative. And that's just one example of a lot of things that are happening in Latin America. Very, very exciting. So again, thank you very much. We're really excited about the future here. There's so much stuff going on. And in the next 12 to 16 months, you're going to see some hopefully some big announcements from us around the mobile computing space. Stay tuned. But again, thank you very much for coming, and it was great to see you.